add YouTube onto the pitch. Battlehouse has been working around the clock, and a lot of us have been stuck inside doors as we play it safe in America. But the point that I'm getting at is there's a lot of cool stuff that like gets cooked up in times like this where we're all locked up at home. Steam's got 20 million people that are like, what's going on? I want to play games. And that's how you should be. Spend this time wisely. It's like a free vacation, basically. We all get to chill inside and use the internet. And in fact, even Comcast and like, what was it, T-Mobile lifted their data caps. So this is the time to have fun in a digital era. And so Battlehouse reached out to me and said, hey, we got this pretty cool prototype we want to show the people. Hey, what's going down, Chris? I see you on there. And I said, sure, let's go ahead and do this. So, you know, as I kind of click over into like the game screen, you can kind of see where I have these new units that are kind of just right over here inside of this situation. And this is being broadcasted from my new computer setup. I know I've been like really busy, and a lot of people have reached out to me on YouTube and Facebook, and they're like, damn it, when are you gonna play Thunder Run? And I was like, yes, I will definitely try to get back to that. And this is me now trying to get back to you guys and gals. It's fun times as everything kind of gets here, and you know, that's what this stream's gonna be about, a really fun time. We need that as a nice little republic of this awesomeness. But as you can see, that these units are javelins, and these elite javelins, just not anythings, are also the gunners that have a last stand mode, which I thought was pretty cool when the prototype situation was kind of being pitched to me in that situation. So you can kind of see where a lot of great things can kind of blossom from defenses down to a situation of offenses when you have a shield. Now, this is very fresh, and like it doesn't have an animation that will go up behind it, but the whole premise of what you want to do. Hey Josh, I see you on YouTube. What's going down, man? You're gonna enjoy this stream. It's the new Thunder Run. But it has the more enjoyable situation that like kind of like Leonidas, you know, and his troopers, and they had that last stand that they can just have that like that shield or the hoorah. We get that hoorah at least once every battle, so it's like you can use it wisely, and you want to activate it with like an E key, which is pretty cool. You get a nice little hotkey, you can kind of like dice into it. But what I was gonna get to is like, if you are new to these network situation and you're joining in for the first time and you're really into this Battlehouse hype, you should play this game during this downtime. I am like totally stoked. I got into it like right when like I was starting to do some like downtime work, and I forgot how fun this game could actually be, and the investment of downtime and shifting patterns of doing work. So it's like when people are at home now and they have to do their work from home, this is an easy game to do it, but do it with a VPN. That's another thing I wanted to kind of bring awareness to, is that we are all utilizing the internet on a vast portion of it, but do it safely. Just like we have a situation that is completely crazy outside, it can also be crazy inside if you don't utilize it wisely. So, you know, there are some great networks that you can kind of reach out to. Like personally myself, I use NordVPN. It's a pretty cool site. But the point that I'm getting at is you should totally be playing these games. These games are freaking tight, and that's what we're going to freaking do today. We're going to test out our javelins. So let's go ahead and see. You can see my base has definitely gotten a little bit more, well, elaborate as the days have gone on. Definitely reinforced my walls and upgraded some things, and you can see it's a full production of like pretty much wartime readiness. But, you know, I like to have the olive branch of peace, you know, even though the dude is ruthless right here on the bottom. Ignore him. He's a day and a half away. Ruthless. I got this. Looking at that portion of time, let's go ahead and see if we can't stir up some like dust. You know, those are always fun times. Ooh, we have a lot of spy time situations. So let's go ahead and start off with our normal situation, right? And we're gonna bring out our units of attack. So since I already have like 6 ready to go, let's go ahead and get them as a full unit, and then I'm gonna get them backed up with probably, I'd like to think, 1 of these just in case, and we'll have some riflemen back them up. But the whole premise, what we're going to get into, is to try to extract just them. And you can have that pretty easily done as long as you kind of like just left and right key, where you can kind of select what you're trying to get down to. So let's go ahead and select our Javelin crew. I'll put my tank at the very edge just to make sure that they block in defense, just in case stuff gets crazy. Alright, Javelin crew, let's go. So you can kind of see what's going to happen right here, is that they're pretty quick, but not always as quick. I like to think the riflemen are a little bit more swift sometimes. Battlehouse loves to give variety, so all that fun stuff. Oh, Thunderhouse. Now they have some pretty nice defenses, but I think this is where it's going to be like probably the most interesting, is because now that they have the Javelin reach over, and look, their defense is pretty easy. Now I'm going to wait until it gets pretty hectic to use that E key, because I want to kind of build up that suspense. I think that's pretty fun in that situation. I'm trying to see what's going down. And look, their defense is pretty easy. Now I'm going to wait. Oh, I mean, that's the point that I kind of feel like a lot of people feel like sometimes. It's like you need that break, Huey. You know what I mean? Like, for me, personally, myself, that's why I took a break from Final Fantasy VII. And last night, I was trying to play, like, some, like, Call of Duty with my friend. I don't know what happened. I think he just got probably tired and passed out, knowing him. But long story short, I ended up, like, freaking playing Final Fantasy again. And I gave myself a break. And I knew if I kept playing it, I'd get burnt out. But because I gave myself a break and came back to it, I was so much more enthralled and so much more into it. And, like, that's kind of like where I kind of got back to when this game, where I was kind of, like, dicing it up. And, you know, honestly, too, like, Battlehouse just isn't always stuck to just, like, Thunder Run. You know, that isn't always just your option with them. They're a great company that offers a lot of games for a lot of mediums of gameplay. So that's why I'm saying, like, people, seriously, don't be scared. Play video games and be happy. There's so much cool shit that's coming in the near future. April is going to bring such a more happier time for everyone. You know, even though I'm playing, like, Crazy War, and society is feeling like it's in some kind of Gotham suspense film, that, like, we're all in a movie, but why not just play some video games and chillax, you know? If the government's backing us up and paying us, screw it. Let's have fun and play video games, right? That's what life's about. Steven, what's going down, man? Ooh. You know, I need to look into that, but this is such a prototype situation. I need to jump into, like, the stats of that, definitely. I got more acclimated to the situation of just, like, utilizing them into, like, one quick unit. But so far, so good. But I really, really want to use this shield now, since these are the last people. And, like, okay, that's actually hella useful, because they're actually able to push forward at a very slow rate, but you would probably see them, like, and it's probably lasted about like 4 to 5 seconds, which is pretty cool. I actually like that a lot. So if you had like tanks or anything else, that would be an amazing thing if you were pushing forward. And then I probably missed my opportunity to push the attack because I was more enthralled with the animation that was probably going to be crafted by Battlehouse. I can always imagine that they're going to have some pretty cool Swift stuff. But Steven, great device. Let me see if I can try to pull up that stat. And I'm going to have to dust my rust off of this game, definitely, because I've been building up my base and doing some stuff, but I definitely am going to need to play this a lot today, I suppose. But I think we played enough where we can definitely win with this guy. I don't need to dilly-dallying that. We need more action. We can spy on more people. I feel like that's a must. Play this a lot today, I suppose. But I think we played enough where we can definitely win with this guy. I don't need to dilly-dallying that. We need more action. We can spy on more people. I feel like that's a must. I'll let it do its all natural thing. All right. Let me see if I can't bring up the stats, because that would be pretty fun. That is readily available. I can show. Then we have my elite gunner, but I don't have anything for here. Let's see if we can toggle over. Because I do have a nice unit set up right over here, which is very well ready to play with about 10 of them, or as far as like the situation that goes inside of that. But I will look into that, definitely. If anything, I would definitely make a follow-up video about the stats. If Battlehouse also probably could, like, get into the situation of evolution with this. I'm sure there's a lot more fun stuff that will come from it. And I'm pretty excited to see where they're going to go with it, just for the first unit. But for right now, let's get just, like, a little bit more gameplay. And I want to test out the shielding, too, as well, as we kind of evolve into the situation. Now, as I already have my nemesis and the merchant right there in level 1, I feel like we can take it to level 2. There is a lot of soldiers, that's for shizzle. But I think if we play this smart, we can do this well. Now, as I already have my nemesis and the merchant right there in level 1, I feel like we can take it to level 2. There is a lot of soldiers, that's for shizzle. But I think if we play this smart, we can do this well. I'm gonna have to get my riflemen involved just for the simple reason because those helicopters. As long as they hold that ground, it should be fine. Oh, that was really useful with the whole freaking shielding point for the helicopter, because usually that's when they're the most vulnerable, when I get cut down. So I mean, rolling around with a pretty good unit like this, I mean, you can pretty much romp a stomp like a lot of, and this is a basic level. We can get to like a little bit more higher stuff generally. Let me just get these supply depots real fast so I can kind of come up a little bit before I get out of here. Alright, that should be it. I don't need to waste too much time on them because I already utilized the shield once. So battle to battle, that's kind of like how you're going to want to kind of like distribute that for sure. Oh, cool. Cheers. I appreciate you backing me up on that, Battlehouse. I was very curious, but I kind of wanted to keep the stream going because I was really stoked. And I feel like a lot of people are really stoked about this too, because the prototype unit is always fun. You always want to dig a nice prototype unit, just for the simple reason it has that allure of what's new. And there's so much new stuff that Battlehouse is working on with Thunder Run that they were kind of discussing to me in their next like Q run. So it's like definitely like it's worth the investment of time right now for me to kind of build up my base and see what they're doing. And I had a lot of fun like over the last week, kind of just getting back to it. So let's go ahead and continue and attack some stuff. So let's make this a little bit more interesting, since there is a nice runway of people that we can kind of build up to. I kind of like that. That was a really cool architecture as we're spying. Remember, the first thing is we got to spy, then we got to attack. So we got at least 2 airborne situations that we have to worry about, but there's a lot of soldiers, so I can kind of play this a little bit smart with some elite. Maybe 1 or 2 of these just to kind of take out, because they're really quick with that snap of taking down those helicopters. I'm going to take 1 Nurum, I'll take 2 of these, and then I'll just take the whole squad right there. Now it's giving me an option to kind of go a little bit more farther, so I'll have it backed up with my Blackhawk and my elite AH with the AZ. I feel like that's probably a little overkill, but that'll be good enough. So let me go ahead and hit the spacebar so they don't go crazy, because I gotta keep them confined. The more that they come to me, the easier it comes down to it. But they get a little bit more aggressive when you leave the auto key on, which is really, really fun. I find like that's a really fun key. You just gotta master when to stop them. So like hotkeys are really useful in this game. That's why I was like really interested to see like how many times you can use this per battle and how many fun other situations. Oh my gosh. Well, stop, guys. Lost control. It's okay though. I feel like we still got this. They're not that slow of a unit though. Watching that, how they kind of like catch up with like they're not as fast as a tank. The helicopter's the fastest, but like between them and a normal unit, I feel like they're a little bit like kind of KO canned a tiny bit. Damn, that was a really good like fortified way to keep their. Oh, there's a Royal Reserve. Hold on, let me go get that. Oh, I guess they're taking a 15 right there. But how's everyone doing? I figure like as everyone piles into this, and I feel like the world's sitting there. Josh Knight, how you doing, man? You could, for shizzle. Like the AH itself, and I was so happy to run that episode back in the past, was like for me a necessity for my squad, just in case you need that. And like that's where you really want to have a diversity inside your base, because that's the diversity you bring to a battlefield as you kind of roll out and do these missions. So you get ONP, which I'm super stoked about the Ruthless event. That's like a day and 17 hours away, and guess what, everyone's off. They should totally play it. But you know, besides my excitement of that, I should probably hit up my fuel reserves. No, I don't really want to upgrade that though. On the other plus side too though, once I get off to this, I always do like to introduce that challenge that me and Battlehouse kind of cooked up with the come at me situation, which I will be loading up all my reserves and all that fun stuff with it, so you can definitely take on the challenge of going to this base and taking it on. I totally forgot the plotting and I guess the longitude and latitude of where I am in this game. You have to excuse my acclamation into this universe, because I've been playing a lot of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. That's an amazing game. Oh my gosh. All of me. You should totally watch me geek out as like, I'm just like wearing the Turtle School emblem right now. But besides my nerdum of Dragon Ball, I feel like we should be getting into a fiery spitfire of defense. So let's see how they do just for as far as when they get invaded. and we can kind of size them up a little bit for as far as that. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit more. You can see that they're definitely not alert, but I feel like there's still going to be a second wave that's going to hit probably the corner of over here. Well, it was within that vicinity. I feel like it like favors as like the switches goes. It's a really cool randomization. I like it. You know, I always try to guess like where they're gonna come out. But fun stuff aside, I'm definitely stoked to see where the more expansive battlefield will come in the next few months, let alone the last few like hours as we're kind of testing out this prototype. All right, so fun and fun aside, one of the other things I wanted to point out too that I got really excited about and this is probably where I lost a lot of time trying to catch up, and I was digging the fact that I was like, oh holy crap, I really need to take advantage of my OMP. You know, when these events go live, you have limited time to run these things, and you know that loot's only good as certain times. But I upgraded my turret and I was super stoked. Yeah, and then I also upgraded this too. I had a little extra OMP left. And I was like, yes, this is tight. But besides that situation, I should probably upgrade my tech. In the situational point that you can kind of see that I need a little bit more of a boost, well, we're going to get there. We definitely can go ahead and attack a lot more people to get that situation. But I should probably collect up for him there. So let's see where we are. Spying, yes. Let's go ahead and make this an equal party of battle of 3. So let's go ahead and send them out. Now there's no helicopters. I feel like that they could probably take on the world themselves, and we'll just send them with one AH. I feel like that doesn't need to have any more necessity past that. And to be fair, the AH is probably going to be the one killing everything because it's just really fast. But to be fair, I can have them as backup. So let's go ahead and see what their damage looks like. We're going to zoom in a little bit more. I'll let my AH run, I guess, havoc. So they pretty much wrecked that freaking fuel reserve within like 1 or 2 hits. And that's only a team of 6, roughly, right now where I'm at them. Now their defense, it seems like I need to be more wary when I get around like more terrible points, just to kind of use that E key a little bit more as a hotkey. Because right now I'm noticing that I'm pretty much a little down for the count, tiny bit, but I'm not super worried because I do have my backup. That's why I liked how I set that in. All right, AH, this is where you're gonna come in like pretty handy. All right, buddy. Let's go ahead and wreck some stuff. Cut out their communication. They won't be able to talk to each other. It's such a tiny base. Okay, so I'm gonna take out the units here. I'll send them in to go ahead and take out that situation. Alright guys, you guys get this. I'm gonna have them roundabout. I need to be careful with that gun though, because I kind of see where the proximity portion of it is in that boundary. Take out that situation. You guys get this. I'm gonna have them roundabout. Okay, cool. I don't think it's gonna hurt me. And then they're gonna take out that base. It's double time. Hell yes. It's fun. I think that's all we really need. I can leave them with a little power. You know, I don't need to be mean. Everyone needs power right now. And then Mike, what's going down, man? Hell yes. It's fun. I think that's all we really need. I can leave them with a little power. You know, I don't need to be mean. Ooh. Very interesting, Michael. I like that. That's a good factoid. Yes, and Steven, with the knowledge. You wartime vets in this game, I appreciate your knowledge. That's one of the fun things I like about games like this and No Man's Sky is the community of people that have stayed committed to the game that are just like, dude, this is an amazing game. I can play this like time and time again, and very knowledgeable in that forthright portion. I appreciate that. All right, so looking at the situation, maybe we can spark up some stuff at home base as we kind of like take out their base. That is one thing I do like about the optimization of the defense and offense that they offer, is having that situation where you can kind of see what's going down. But I mean, that is a very good situation. Some people on YouTube say that it would be nice to see the full unit, but this is a prototype, and that is why I entitled the unit title for that situation, just for the situation. I guess I didn't want to cause confusion. This is not a finished product. This is definitely them going like, hey, we got this really cool stuff, and a lot of people are just bored at home, so what can we do? Let's freaking cook up some awesome fun times and get everyone like in a more, what can we do and on the battlefield. But speaking of that, what can we do on the battlefield? Let me see. The 2 units I have here backed up with some riflemen can take out a nice situational point. So it's like, we're not going to have a full squad, but a nice decent squad. And I can have my emergency E key just in case I want to have them protected as they kind of get the situational point of destruction on. So as you can kind of see, they're moving together very steadily, actually. And I can utilize like some more like I want to get those helicopters first. All right, my first person's right here. This should stir up the dust right here when I start attacking this. Alright, let's go ahead and take out the helicopters while I got the shields. Got it. That other Javelin was the one where I got worried. That's why I instantly used that key, because I'm like, dude, they're like really on the verge of not being cool right now. But let's get this fuel supply. I wanna earn up and like upgrade some stuff. Alright, we got some incoming bogeys over here. Gotta get Oscar and Mike. They have a lot of fuel reserves. That's pretty sweet. But quick question for all the veteran players out there. I know I've always asked this time and time again, but I always do like stirring up the information station on the chat boards of wondering like, what is everyone's favorite unit? Or rather, since I mean like you do have kind of battlehouse here on the forums too, what is a unit that you guys and gals would like to see in the future that, you know, once they clear their list of what we're going to upgrade out there, you know, like what's the next elite unit that the community of people really want to see out there? I'm curious too, like to see. It's like, do they want like some really badass black hot like elite unit of something for a portion? And I'm just throwing that out there as just like hardy hars as we just kind of clean up and mop up. Now I think I might have lost my javelins throughout this situational point. They were steady and keen, but as the battlefield will go, sometimes you will have casualties, unfortunately. Alright, so I'm going to try to get their supplies and keep these boys alive. I feel like there should be no more casualties at this point, since the helicopters will be the only things that I need to really worry about, and there's only about like 5 more just things of destruction that I really have my eyes on right now. 4 now, but let's go ahead and take out these. Oh, cool. I love my riflemen. The riflemen elite are freaking so insanely good. Ooh, okay, so we'd like to see an elite sniper. That actually, for me personally, myself, having more of like, I love to play like sniper roles, like when I'm like on the battlefield, when you ever catch me playing PvP. That is kind of like one of the things I've always had and liked myself, so I would actually like to see that too. That was a great suggestion. I'm kind of curious now what the other people will kind of throw up there on the chat board and keep it going. See what's up. See what's going down in that situation. Now I feel like I can kind of push the limit since I have some more, so let me go ahead and go to my army base. I'm going to rotate out the reserves so they can recover. There's no reason to run the battalion ragged, you know. I run a clean ship. All my men and ladies of the force, you know, taken well care of, you know. That's how I roll. But as you can kind of see right now, I need to retire some situationable points, so base defenses. I'll go ahead and speed this up. Got a few coins I can toss at that. I care about them. They're worth those coins. Alright. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and retire them directly inside of there, and then I should be able to recover a few more. But in that situation, I think I'm going to thin the herd a tiny bit and add a little bit more to the roster, because I feel like these javelins are really freaking tight, and if we got a whole squad of them, it'd be kind of cool to see. 7. That's a healthy unit. That's a little bit more than we had, and I feel like I can get one or two more. Since I'm sending out probably one or two more of these, I can definitely minus that off of my base crew and add this in just for like a situational point of us having on the battlefield. 8 is going to be crazy, but 9 is going to be to that 9,000, at least over 9,000. I feel like Napa would be yelling right now. All right, so let's see if the base defenses are going to be one of the things that are going to be there. As they kind of report in over here, let's go ahead and send them to the very front line and see if there's a base defense point that we can have. No, that means I don't need to set them out around there. What I'm thinking in the situation is let's go ahead and keep down the clean portion of the board and keep miling over the number 4 now to the battlefield. And a curious question too, I'm kind of wondering out there for as far as the situation of what people are looking at is what other battlehouse games do people play? Is it just Thunder Run? Is this your favorite game that you like to play? Or is it, you know, like you're like, hey, I really like this game and like some other games that they're getting into? Because there's a lot of cool, you know, other stuff that they've, you know, branched off to. I think it's pretty cool. It should be oh, sorry. I'm like looking at one of the comments. Oh, I saw like the freaking throwing up sign. I was like, wait, what is that? Like a little face, little emoticon. Stay healthy, my friend. Definitely in this time of, I guess, sanitation. But pushing on past that situation, let's go ahead and test out the 9 units. Since there's like only one helicopter, I'll go ahead and round them out with the rest of the just battalion. There's no reason to send out a whole tank unit. I feel like I can take this on just with these people. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the roundabout point and try to take them out like without physically them seeing what's going down, because I could probably take out this wall and break in a little bit off to this. Okay, yeah, that was pretty useful. Ha 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 ha! That worked so freaking well. Okay, so the minute that they start running, though, they definitely lose the shield. So you gotta utilize that portion of like walking forward. It is pretty cool, though. Okay, I need to have them come back. No, I lost control. Come back, boys. Get out here. All right, back up. Okay, this is turning into quite a hairy situation. Oh, they're like, hopefully they can sneak out here and they'll get distracted by the riflemen. I'm trying to have a full extraction of safety. All right, perfect. Oh, that was a little scary there. They're gonna kind of chill out there. That was too casual. I can have this be a full rifleman and elite machine gun, because they are destruction on wheels. Javelins are a little bit more of a fragile situation, so like having that extra shield is extraordinarily healthy to the situation of like keeping alive on the battlefield. Though I kind of wish I could have had that for the extraction point that I had right there. That probably would have been a little bit more wiser, like, because it's a one-time use. So for now, at least, who knows? Maybe there might be an elite season situation. Oh, and Steven, cheers. Like, I appreciate that. I totally forgot about the R function. Sometimes that does get me in trouble, though. They love to subdivide, but they do well. Like, when that situation of you need everyone all hands on deck. Sometimes that does get me in trouble, though. Let's get that hardware. Alright, done. Get that hardware. Alright, done. That's a really good question, Todd. Like, I feel like if like leveled up, these guys could like really get some like nice levels. Like, since they're like just prototype porn situation, I don't think I have access of like upgrading them past the level 1. So like this is them at their base state. But they are really fun so far. That shield is extraordinarily useful. It like pretty much just blocks almost everything, but you are slowed down a tiny bit as you push forward. And then it seems like it's about, you know, 3 to 5 seconds is kind of like your median when you can kind of get down to them. But a surviving crew is quite well. Okay, so I have some defensible points that I need to get to. So let me go ahead and pull them back into the base. I feel like they need to be back here. Once they get past that point, then we'll push forward and have them come into the situation. Okay, so I have some defensible points that I need to get to. So let me go ahead and pull them back into the base. I feel like they need to be back here. Once they get past that point, then we'll push forward and have them come into the situation. Well, I mean, you can think of it, but someone finds knowledge into it. Perspective, my friend. Perspective. But your opinion is important. But I prefer to think of it as not useless. Moving on past that situation, I think it's a time for attack. But what is your curiosity and what would you like to see in the full evolution of this unit? If you think that this state of the unit is at a more, I guess, not matured point, what matured point would you like to see out of the unit at the top outs? Because if this is a prototype, you know, this is a situational point where you can pretty much think that, you know, battlehouse is taking like a informational point of like what the community wants to. You know, it's like just like where on YouTube someone put an elite sniper, you can kind of see that there are suggestions that most people can kind of get into. So always have an open-minded portion of life. It has a more happier portion that can come from it. Not everything's useless. There are suggestions that most people can kind of get into. So always have an open-minded portion. But there are always honey badgers through life. They're wonderful creatures. Oh, cool. I got some more units. Abrams, I feel like I only mess with the elite portions of them. They're the most funnest portions that I find into there. Oh, cool. I got some more units. Abrams, I feel like I only mess with the elite portions of them. They're the most funnest portions that I find into there. Yeah, I'm not gonna even send them out there for a split second. Understood. Let them recoup. This should be a little bit more of an interesting war battle. Marshes are fun, but you have to like strategically kind of get around the marshy ports. That's why I like the environmental point that what battlehouse offers with them. They're really great. Oh, Todd, I can definitely show you what map I'm getting on later on. If you guys want to hit it up and get the reserves, I'm totally welcome to see the actual physical portion of like what people can kind of like nick at with the base. You're definitely welcome to. So I will definitely leave that open for anyone who wants that. Because I do have new turrets too, and I kind of wanted to see how well they work. So. All right. So to answer Todd's question, let's go ahead and go to our multiplay. All right. So just so if people are wondering where I'm at, this is where I'm at in the world. But to watch another fun streamer, just to kind of throw that out there, if people are really more into a more enthusiast point of this game, there is Nemo, and he does stream for Battlehouse from time to time. Like, he is quite like cool to watch in that situation. If you were wanting to watch more of an enthusiast and more experienced player in this game, I would definitely recommend him as like a watch. But moving on past that, now that people kind of see where that's at, you can kind of see like where we can kind of push past the next battle. I'm super stoked. Let's go ahead and get back to like more of the single player. We've gotten 5, 5, and 5, but I've left the war pirate definitely under the situation that we can kind of mess up. I'm super stoked. Let's go ahead and get back to like more of the single player. We've gotten 5, 5, and 5, but I've left the war pirate definitely under the situation that we can kind of mess up. Now, curiosity too in the situation is, what games are people excited to see coming onto the market besides Thunder Run being a fun situation to kind of play in the investment of time and here and there for the situations. There are a ton of cool games that are coming out like during the summer. Like we have Resident Evil 3, the remake. I thought that was kind of cool. Definitely interesting that all this stuff's happening, and then here we have Resident Evil like Nemesis coming out onto the market. Besides that situation, you also have Final Fantasy coming out in early April, and then there's a whole bunch of other games that are just like definitely not like coming out into the list, but there are tons. Like this year is actually pretty good. And towards the end of a console like war and the beginning of like those situations, you got to see like a lot of transfers. Like we're gonna get Grand Theft Auto 6 eventually, which is really cool. That's in the works, and that I've been pretty excited about. Last of Us 2, exactly. He brings up a very good point. See, I already forgot about that one too. There's tons of games on the roster right now, and I'm kind of curious what the gaming community is excited about and what they want to play. Exactly. He brings up a very good point. See, I already forgot about that one too. There's tons of games on the roster right now. I'm curious what the gaming community is excited about. Neat. Neat. Daily too. Been logging in here and there. I do like those achievements when you kind of keep playing them over and over again. You get those really cooler portions of it. Let's see what happens now. Oh, cool, we have a base defense. I feel like this is going to be a really cool situation to watch. If the Javelin's going to hit from this portion, they'll be protected with the wall. Okay, they just got utterly destroyed. That wasn't good. I felt like they should have lasted a little bit longer. Situation to watch. If the Javelin's going to hit from this portion, they'll be protected with the wall. Okay, they just got utterly destroyed. That wasn't good. Oh, cool. Defense to defense. That pirate's not ready to give up. Oh, I am wearing green, by the way. It's a classic shirt, Rick and Morty. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And I know that like no one could go to the freaking bars. That's so like ridiculous. But like I know someone got arrested. Like some dude was just like, I'm opening up. It's fun. And the cops were like, no, you're not. I was like, okay, yeah, this is really happening right now, but shit, I'll just stream and have fun with people. It's a tight. Alright, let's go ahead and see what happens for as far as the repair in this situation, and then I need to utilize some free space. One of the reasons I do like having to click on these situations is right before. I want to change that mode. 1 second. Let's go ahead and see what we can queue up now. More defense. Wow, this person is just not wanting to give up. No way. All right. Sorry, I was getting a little bit of a text message there that I had to attend to. Alright. Now that I have my full situation of what I need to go into, I need to utilize more... Oh, I forgot the war chest. I'll look at that later. Let's go ahead and attack some people. I need to balance that out. It's not fair. It's totally not fair. Alright, alright. Oh, fun thing too. In my neck of the woods, they were totally filming The Matrix, like 4, like in San Francisco. I thought that was really cool. And they were supposed to film it in like Vallejo too, in that situation. Like they were moving all around the like Bay Area. It was like super cool. Like it's nice to see that they're making more movies past that in this situation. But let's go ahead and see if they're healed up a little bit more now that they've kind of chilled a little bit. I'm not really going to use them. I'm just going to send in a brigade. I feel like having them is useful, but like I might only be able to utilize 1 or 2 once I take out the turbo points. Alright. Have them back off. Prototypes, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand this is work in progress for sure. Alright, so I can at least get away with having at least 2 of them go into the battlefield that I'd be okay with. But we're not sending them in alone. I think this is all I need. Oh, cool. That worked out quite well. I'm glad I used that shield when everything was going a little chaotic. I was like, I don't know if that's going to be the right time because there's a lot of people. And those javelins messed it up. Okay, that should be the last depot. We're out. All right. So far, so good. So let's go ahead and get our activation right there. Activate right there. I need to utilize some of those in the missionable points and start raining fire on some cool stuff. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and get our activation right there. Activate right there. Well, no, a phone call is like picking it up and talking to him. A text message is a screen that you press on it, Steven. But 2 different applications. It's kind of like pager to text, text to phone, but just my observation. But 2 different applications. It's kind of like pager, text. Well, you bring up a good point too. Like, it would be kind of cool, like, if it isn't already implemented, if like they just gave you a customizable portion of it, just make your own hotkeys. I feel like that would be kind of interesting. I find more favorable points in video games that allow you to map out your keys, especially for games. And like this game is going to be pushing towards on like having it in Steam. So I mean, there's going to be multiple platforms where they break away from just having it inside of like a web-based platform. more have like more of an interfaceable point, like more of a portal, like where they're utilizing through like Steam, which is pretty cool. Platforms where they break away from just having it inside of like a web-based platform, more have like more of an interfaceable point, like more of a portal, like where they're utilizing through like Steam, which is pretty cool. All right, I think I might be able to get all these. I'm glad you got a good laugh out of that, Steven. Like, I feel like I was like trying to put like a funny like out there for as far as like just like your entertainment, because you're a very intellectual person. You always like jump on top of those boards, and you're very helpful with like the hotkeys too. I feel like I was like trying to put like a funny like out there for as far as like just like your entertainment, because you're a very intellectual person. You always like jump on top of those boards. All right, so I'm gonna leave my Javelin crew to heal a little bit. Just a tiny bit. We just need to take out a little bit of the fourth right portion of the wall. Alright, so I'm gonna leave my Javelin crew to heal a little bit. We just need to take out... Perfect. That was the distraction I wanted for as far as that, because that's gonna bring everyone over here for a split second. And then I can just do this. There should still be two good ones. Perfect. I want to see their effectiveness real fast. There should still be two good ones. Not bad. Whoa. Dude was like cloaked. Alright, enough risking their lives. We have the wall open now. It should just be very easy to take them all out. And that's another thing I like about hosting these streams too, is like the advice that the public wants. Because I mean, video games are like something that I feel like should always be in like the gamer's interest. I've always been like more of a platform point. I don't like when conglomerate companies. That's why I like Battlehouse in general, just because they're kind of like more of a kind of an indie company. You know what I mean? Where it's like you can kind of tell the natural portion of the game is still there, and it's not just like for, you know. I feel like the warp of what the reality, kind of like COD. I mean, no offense. I mean, people probably play Call of Duty all the time, and I play it too sometimes. I'm not like a huge advocate of playing it all the time, but like. There's like a certain thing that they will always rinse and repeat with. Though the new Modern Warfare that they have now is pretty interesting, that they have all the content that's for free. So I feel like other games, if they got into that kind of situation where it's just like it's free to play, and then if you want to buy flair and other stuff you can, that's kind of like a more cooler stuff, so you get more of a well-rounded game rather than something that's like chopped up or episodic. Like take for instance the Final Fantasy game. Like, I think that that's, it's been in works for the longest time, and I feel like the only reason I'm tolerating this is because I like Square Enix, and I feel like they need to survive right now. They're not making a lot of money, so I mean, besides Kingdom Hearts, they're kind of on that, like, they can kind of collapse as a company type situation, so it's like, I don't mind, but I do mind, if that makes sense. But I support them because they gave me a really cool game when I was little, and it was really freaking cool. So it's like I don't mind, but I do mind, if that makes sense. But I support them because they gave me a really cool game when I was little, and it was really freaking cool. Okay, so at least we have the two that we can send. We have a lot of the freaking like. There's obstacles that we can get into right here, because right when we come out the gate, we have at least a good portion of some helicopter action. We have the two that we can send. We have a lot of the freaking like. There's obstacles that we can get into right here, because right when we come out the gate, we have at least a good portion of some helicopter action. I just need to continue going in this pattern of just nicking at them. That's one thing I do kind of like about it. It's just like kind of re-diverting them. If you kind of get into that, you can kind of dodge stuff too sometimes. I have some luck, but not all luck. It's like I know R works, and I do like that function if I get in a sticky situation, but having full control is actually a little bit more useful for me. From time to time, at least. Like in times like this, it's kind of cool because you can just kind of like re-divert all your forces and then just end a battle real quick. So it's a very useful hotkey, that's for sure. It's like I mix and match. I do a little bit of everything. All right, let's go ahead and activate those supplies. Go ahead and collect all. Okay, so now what we can do is I'm gonna go ahead and go to the barracks. Let's go ahead and see what we can do for as far as management. Oh, cool, they're just healing up right now. I don't know if I want to spend that gold on that, but I can utilize that in other battlefield friendly situations. For right now, we have 7s across the board. Let's go ahead and see if we can finish off this. 8 is his last. I'm gonna have to come a little bit more tough. I'll still utilize the 2 just because we have that nice like shield. I feel like they might survive that. I won't go any more risking the other 3 because they're like pretty much deathly. And let's go ahead and see. Let me use one of these. That should be a fun little surf and turf. All right.
Target confirmed. Target confirmed. Target confirmed.
Don't get the fuel reserves, guys. They were so eager to go kill that other like turret. I'll give him that. That's defense for determination. That's good enough. That's the end of it. Now we can move on to the next. The rewards are so cool too. I definitely like dig the little specials that I can kind of get. I don't use all of them from time to time, though I do need to start utilizing some of them because I have a crap load that I can kind of use at my artillery. So we still got some more room that we can go with here. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a portion of breathing room. We'll go with 1, since it seems like I lost 1 in that situational point. I'll go ahead and give less of those and more of those, and back it up with a lot of artillery. All right, cool. All right. I guess I did overlook that. But I mean, I do have a lot of hardware where I'm going to cap out on the top right there. I've got room. I guess I did overlook that. But I mean, I do have a lot of hardware where I'm going to cap out. At least this says good. I've got room. Well, for right now, I guess I'm going to just pass on that one. At least this says good. But I probably should utilization of my freaking like troops. Let's see what ends up happening. Oh, there's defense. Yeah, we can run that. That's fine. But I probably should utilization. Oh, okay, that's good. Talk leaders. Oh, thanks, Josh. Very insightful. All right. Oh, thanks, Josh. I feel like they deserve it now. A full base reserve, and then I need to utilize something for as far as. All right. I feel like they deserve it now. A full base reserve, and then I need to utilize something for as far as. All right, perfect. With that being said, let's go ahead and see what I can do. I might be able to upgrade these now. I was trying to. I think it was like 13 million is what I'm like getting to. With that being said, let's go ahead and see what I can do. I might be able to upgrade these now. Oh no, I can start it now. Yay. 13 million is what I'm like getting to. That is one thing where it's like I had to learn how to do that, where it's like you have to change the weapon in order to physically upgrade the weapon. It's pretty cool. I feel like I can wait that one out. That's not too long. It's only like an hour or so. Well, but hey, what's going down, everyone? I see like a lot more people jumping in and jumping on the chat boards. If I'm not getting to it, I know Battlehouse is doing a great job with trying to follow up with your questions. And I'm balancing like 2 different networks while trying to read and play too. So you'll have to forgive me if I am overlooking certain things. But I appreciate all you fun people out there. Let's go ahead and get some more attacks. We have a full portion of a clean base. Let's see what they can do. I don't think they can take us on at this point in time. My walls are pretty formidable. They're not like impenetrable. Like I feel like they could probably be destroyed pretty easily if given the right force with the right vet. But right now, for as far as the AI, I don't think they can take it. All right. Since we went ahead and took out a lot more of that, let's catch up and get to level 10 on this guy. Alright. Since we went ahead and took out a lot more of that, let's catch up and get to level 10 on this guy. Now they have very similar walls to what I have, so it's like this is kind of cool to see like where this would be kind of me taking on my own base a little. But again, in anything's, you know, you get the right workforce, you do anything. All right. Now hopefully it's not too loud on the gaming volume. I never really did follow up on that end. We get the hardware, and I noticed there's 2 different hardwares back there. Oh, that's so useful having that. Like instantly, once I realized that I could just press E and have them protected, while I can really easily do that. Now, so you could do the ER, right? No pun intended, with that for as far as if you wanted those hotkeys. So it's like safe, hit them, and then hit R to attack instantly. I just need to get more into that rhythmic motion. The E key is definitely new for me. And then the Javelins are very cool. I definitely like the whole situation of where they're not something you want to send an army of them, but they are definitely accents to a nice, like, well-formed unit to take out a base like this, where there's just one soldier left going like, hey, I'm still guarding this, but what am I guarding? Nothing. Army of them, but they are definitely accents to a nice, like, well-formed unit to take out a base like this, where there's just one soldier left going like, hey, I'm still guarding this. Oh, you know, Todd, that would be, so are you saying like you wanted like two people going at it one battlefield? Like why not stop there? Why not having like a battle royale? That would be cool. Battlehouse, you should do a battle royale like with the Thunder Run, if that's ever possible. I don't know if that is possible. Everyone's doing crossplay, so you guys should do like, screw that, just do battle royale between Steam, Facebook, and then that'll be like bee's knees. Maybe, I don't know. Bee's knees though. So moving on, before I pollinate a bad joke. Looking at the situation, what we can attack past us is defense. He's going to try to attack me, and he's going to fail horribly. Looking at the situation, what we can attack past us is defense. He's going to try to attack me, and he's going to fail horribly. I just noticed that the YouTube chat is like lit right now. Give me 1 second while I go ahead and take a quick assessment of what I need to do. Hit this one first, hit this. We can activate it. But I think that would be kind of cool, like having like maybe 4 to like 8 like people in like one battlefield, and then just letting them go at it. Like that would be very interesting. And then you can just like have them put in like certain supplies or anything they want to bet, so it's kind of like a Thunderdome. So it's like, you know, you're betting on who's gonna win, and then you just have a first, second, and third prize payout. You know, so people that, you know, pay like a little bit into that get something out of it. I think that'd be cool. It's like squares during Super Bowl. You know, everyone loves doing that. Anyways, moving on. That war pirate is just like, he's so pissed at me. So salt. He should know better not to come from that angle. That's why I built those walls way tougher. I was like, yeah, I know eventually that's gonna happen. So pissed at me. So salt. Thunderdome! Yes, Joshua! You literally came up with the best name. Just bring it back. It's Thunderdome for Thunder Run. Thunder Run Dome. I think that would be amazing. They can even get like freaking like I don't know, maybe Mel Gibson, like a little Mel Gibson character. That might cost a lot though, because Mel Gibson's pretty crazy, so he'd probably be like, I'm really expensive. Instead of just being cool and be like, I'm a video game character. That's awesome. I don't know, maybe Mel's like really cool about this stuff. Who knows? Moving on. But the situation of what we are right now, we're just attacking some people and having some fun with these like units as they heal up a little bit. It's gonna be very, very interesting. Once I can swap them in and out. But the situation of what we are right now, we're just attacking. Wow, everything and anything was right there. He literally was just like, I'm gonna get him. No, you didn't even make it past like anything. Poor feller. Everything and anything was right. I'm just saying, you guys and gals definitely can attack my base. I know you guys and gals can see a lot of like supplies, and you know, hell, I'll even like re-up the supplies, and that way you have full supplies on those and you can attack it if you want. But you know, battle beware. My base is formidable, but not like impenetrable. Like I said, there is a way you could probably get in that. And this wears off in like 6 hours, so then it's just like free. So pretty much at 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, you could come at my base if you want. Get all that hardware and oodles of supplies. Play Thunder Run tonight. Please. Beat my base. I dare you. But moving on past me just like wanting people to get supplies and play a fun game. Alright, javelins, assemble. Okay, so now I got my helicopters and I got my elite Abram. What's up with you? Alright. I'm gonna get ER. That actually worked really well. They slowed down too. That's actually really kind of cool because then they can always be like a second flank in that situation where you can kind of reassign them if need be. If stuff got really sticky in the battlefield where you're just like, oh shit, I really need to redivert my force somewhere. Oh damn, okay. They really are softies when it comes down to turrets. They can hold their own against a tank though, that's odd. But I guess settling. It's just like, okay, I'll take that. It's better than nothing. Okay, that's gonna be some destruction if I don't get it right off the battlefield. I knew that. I was like, the minute I saw the front of that, I was like, yeah, that's a baddie. All right, just fuel and a little bit of supply so we can grab. So I pretty much just carved myself an entrance right there. But I gotta take out those helicopters. So let's take this out. I did like the suggestion of the elite sniper earlier though. I think that was really cool. Like, one thing personally myself I always liked is I like when you can expand the base and there's more building tiles. Like I call me old-fashioned, but I love building bases. Like I love that situation where you can kind of like have more to build with and kind of like that whole expansion of the point. So if I can build a formidable base, then I feel very comfortable leaving it at night. But I noticed that they have done expansions with that from time to time, where they'll give the player a chance to utilize inside their store in order to get the point expansion, which is pretty cool. I like it. No, I don't want to abandon you. You're important. Oh, sweet. We can go to defense. Let's see what happens here. Who's going to try to beat us up? Yeah, that's why it's like, it's kind of something where as long as you work in the game, you can kind of get it. That's why I kind of like this game, where it's like, as long as you're a player, it's kind of like Pokemon Go. As long as you just kept playing the game, you really didn't have to like spend a whole bunch. But it is nice that you also can collect gold too with those packages that you can find if you're like gone for a second, and the next day you'll find them in the outskirts. There's like drop boxes. They're really cool. I wish I had one to show, but I'm pretty sure all the vets know. They're like, oh yeah, we know those. You get like 2 gold every so often out of it. It's pretty cool. So you can just like stockpile. Man, they just keep coming at my base. This is funny. They can try. They can try. Man, that turret's really freaking cool. Oh, they had shields themselves. Punks. They weren't good enough, though. At least I'm thinking that that was a shield. And anytime I see that animation, I like clicked over. It's probably not a shield. But I'm gonna think that they had a last stand. That was their last hurrah. All right. But I'm gonna think that they had a last stand. That was their last hurrah. All right. Let's see if he wants to attack me again. Nope, no. All right, well, we'll give him a rest. Go kick it with the pirate real fast. Okay. Let's rain fire. All right, well, we'll give him a rest. Go kick it with the pirate real fast. Okay. Let's rain fire. Alright, let's get those fuel reserves while I still can in their fire range. Okay, I think that's it. I can end it. Sweet. In and out. I think that's it. I can end it. Sweet. In and out. Ah, I knew it. I knew the pirate was going to take it on. Let's row. Let's row. Okay, I mean, I guess if you want to try it again, it's fine. You're not gonna win, buddy. Damn, he sent a lot of people though. Look at that. My wall is bitching. Why do they always go for the wall? What do they have against walls? I don't know. He sent a lot of people though. Look at that. My wall is bitching. Oh yeah. They always go for the wall. What do they have against walls? Looks like someone was trying to spam. The joys of giving modifications to battlehouse. They literally rule the chat rooms, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna put that out there. They are my mods during these situations. So I looked at it and I was like, it's just a sea of messages. All right, moving on. Besides that hilarity. So one of the cool things that I do like about the situational point of holy Toledo. Wow. Okay, I'm in a little bit of a trouble. Yes, that's you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, cool. Oh. I had a pretty good defense there, I guess. Very sweet. Okay, I'm in a little bit of a trouble. Yes, that's you. Okay, I feel like I should repair things now. My troops deserve it. And this also gives me a chance to siphon in some new peas and get some more Javelin action. And this also gives me a chance to siphon in some new peas and get some more Javelin action. Alright, let's go spying. We're spying on some fun stuff over here. So it seems like they have a pretty formidable base, but nothing I can't destroy. Alright, let's go spying. I definitely almost want to try that out to its full extent, but I can't just leave them alone because they might get in a sticky situation. But I'm definitely going to have a foot troop. That's what's going down here. Yeah, that was close. Yeah, that was close. Damn, okay. They are really weak shells when it comes down to that. They do have lasers, to be fair, and this is level 13, and the rival is 30. But I'm doing pretty decent. I lost a good few men, though, and or ladies. But to be fair in the army, I feel like ground troops, that was really decent, but if I had a few good armored vehicles, that'd be cool. I'm still gonna go get those supplies. I just wanted to destroy their freaking power supply for a split second. I probably should have saved that like emergency button. Would have been useful. Alright, done. Formidable, yes. Regrettably, I wish I would have sent in a little bit more armor. Alright, done. Formidable, yes. Regrettably. Alright, let's go ahead and start the defense. Oh man, that turret's pretty badass. I really thought that was it. Yeah, that's where all my tanks sit. Because I want people to try to go in that little nook. And that's when they find out that that's the destruction instruction. I want them to destroy that so that everything just converges. Because I want people to try to go in that little nook. And that's when they find out that that's the destruction instruction. I guess I can activate all. Everyone. I'll dismiss. Yeah, I'll just dismiss that. I'll get to that sort in a very few seconds. Right now, what I need to figure out is... Oh, cool. They just recycled what I couldn't kill. That's perfect. Yeah, I'll just dismiss that. I'll get to that sort in a very few seconds. Right now, what I need to figure out is... Oh, cool. They just recycled what I couldn't kill. That's perfect. Oh, it's just supply for right now. It's not super horrible. I can get more. Gotta keep battling. Oh, it's just supply for right now. It's not super horrible. I can get more. Gotta keep battling. Alright, let's see here. Go ahead and attack up a storm real quick. That's all out warfare. I just feel like there's just explosions in Michael Bay's somewhere hiding eating popcorn. That's all out warfare. I just feel like there's just explosions in Michael Bay's. Alright, that should be it. Alright, that should be it. Alright, let me go in my inventory real fast. Let's see here. Alright, let me go in my inventory real fast. Oh, 50%. I'll have to save that one for next time. I want to extend it a little bit. It gives me a little bit more room. Oh, 50%. I'll have to save that one for next time. I want to extend it a little bit. It gives me a little bit more room. Wow, my base is still holding. It's not bad. I got that wall. My peeps show up. That was pretty clean. Kind of getting scared there for a second. Wow, my base is still holding. I feel like I can ride that out a little bit more. My peeps show up. That was pretty clean. Kind of getting scared there for a second. I feel like I can ride that out a little bit more. That's cool. I'll just abandon it. Maybe I'll go somewhere and land on someone else's battlefield for their good luck. Oh, fun thing on the situation of like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I don't know if most people have played like what's going on with that, but that game's freaking amazing to the point where they really draw out all the sagas. So I was really impressed with the way that they were able to do the cell shade animation, because it actually makes you feel like you're playing like a more buffed up end of the story. Like, so it's really fun. I've been taking my time as I go through sagas, and like it's just one of those things where, oh my gosh, they are destroying my wall. Look at that. That's insane. Okay, yeah, I think my base needs to be repaired after this. I'll spend a little coin on my troops. Okay, yeah, I think my base needs to be repaired after this. I'll spend a little coin on my troops. Be cool if you can just select it right there. They just give you an option to do so. Abandon that. I need to go ahead and see what we can do to utilize some of the supplies we have. Be cool if you can just select it right there. They just give you an option to do so. Abandon that. I need to go ahead and see what we can do to utilize some of the supplies we have. Continue that EMP. Oh, this is perfect. I need to utilize more supplies like that. Alright, we got some fuel depots up here, and then that should pretty much end it. Clear out that one. Oh, rats, I can't switch it out. Clear out that one. Oh, rats, I can't switch it out. Well, that one's okay. It'd be cool if you could trade these in for OMP or something like that. This one seems so much cooler. Well, that one's okay. It'd be cool. Damn. Getting through the waves, but this guy is very formidable. Yeah, helicopters don't stand a chance in my turrets. Oh, cool thing. This is hopefully if I get some like fuel, I won't pass that out because this would be a nice balancing point. Oh, cool thing. This is. Okay, see how this pans out. I think this is like probably one of the funner things I do enjoy is like doing the situation where I actually have these like I build the base, then I see and test. It's pretty fun. I think this is like probably one of the funner things I do enjoy is like doing the situation where I actually have these. Oh, now I got fuel. Build the base, then I see and test. It's pretty fun. Cool, and I can get more fuel. Let's see here. Cool, and I can get more fuel. Let's see here. I'll just discard that. I want the fuel. Huh. I do notice that sometimes when I recycle the stack, it sometimes will add more than what it's supposed to. Interesting. Huh. Oh well. Guess I'll have to discard that too. Gotta use more rockets. Gotta go blow stuff up at people's bases. It's fine. I'm cool with that. Let my base recoup real fast before we go into that. Gotta go blow stuff up at people's bases. It's fine. I'm cool with that. Oh, rats. Yeah, I totally forgot you can't do that with these underground tunnel bases. They are cool though. Oh, rats. Yeah, I totally forgot. Last of the Mohicans. Maybe one of these days. You can always come to 210. You come in 210. You can always come to 210. You come to 210. I just have the abandoned. That's not like a rare one. If it was a purple one, I'd be a little bit more WTF, mate. Oh man. I don't know. My infrastructure might be able to take that, but that could also be a very WTF. That could be a very sticky situation. I don't know. My infrastructure might be able to take that, but that could also be a very... Let me just speed up 2 of my turrets. That could be a very sticky situation. Let me just speed up 2 of my turrets. And south wall. It's a slow buy. Alright, 32% through that. Okay, I was about to say, where's the big wave? There it is. Okay, I was about to say, where's the big wave? There it is. I gotta figure out a way to get rid of all this stuff. Use it, right? Let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully we can... Wow, it's all the defense. Let me go ahead and spy on these fools. Just trying to keep it out there. That's fine. Hopefully we can... Wow, it's all the defense. Let me go ahead and spy on these fools. Just trying to keep it out there. That's fine. This is great. Like, I've never had like a mission where I've just rained down hellfire. Oh damn, that thing's powerful as shit. This is great. Like, I've never had like a mission where I've just rained down hellfire. Oh damn, that thing's powerful as shit. The rare copperhead. That was cool. Definitely kept the ground shaking for a good second. The rare copperhead. That was cool. Definitely kept I think that's everything I can use right now. Alright, well, it's time to kick butt. Cool. Now I actually have some space. Sweet. I don't know, actually. It's been a second since I've explored the multiplayer of it. Oh, cool. I got that. Sweet. I don't know, actually. It's been a second since I've explored the multiplayer of it. Oh, cool. I got that. Just see if I can upgrade my warehouse. Okay, so I need more supplies, but I think that's doable. Definitely a fun thing to keep aiming at. Oh, good night, Sandy. Thanks for stopping in again on Facebook Wise. Everyone that's here, thank you so much. I know right now we're all kind of sequestered to our own rooms as we chill here, but this is the best time to play video games. That's what I'm saying. So why not? Everyone that's here, thank you so much. Guess we're gonna go to defense. Oh, okay. Now he's like on top of the list up here on the spy heroic. I'm gonna go for it. I might regret that, but I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, I've been trying to find something. I have about a day. I've been very subdivided because I bought the upgrade on the turrets, and then I bought the upgrade on my mortars. So like I was kind of wondering like what I could utilize. I think the 10,000 OMP I have left before the new event starts. So I've been kind of like just miling over the list for investing because I know it's like such a time sensitive thing. It's good though. Good observation though, man. Josh, killing it. All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep abandoning those, I guess. I need to clean out my inventory. There's really no way I can do that except for if I waste, or rather, and I invest. I could use my OMP though. You are right. Let's go see what we can do. How can I use all my OMP? Oh, I'm like totally wrong section. How can I use all my OMP? If I remember correct, doesn't that like come into like the limited time events that start and they're in that situation? Let's see here, research. Totally forgot how to get into that menu. I got so like into like the whole portion of just like defending stuff and destroying stuff. These are what I like the best, the expansion based ones. These are really, really cool. It's always nice to browse the store from time to time. You never know what you might find. Resources can come in handy. I feel like that is probably one of the most useful things in put in a situation. Let's go ahead and get to our spy portion. Yes! Why, hello there, sir. Damn, son, that was crazy powerful. Damn, son, that was crazy powerful. I don't need an EMP, not yet. Hellfire, yes. Oh, isn't that perfect? I don't need an EMP, not yet. Yes. Oh, isn't that perfect? Okay, so I guess I do need to use a EMP or two. We'll knock out this. Understood. So I guess I do need to use a EMP or two. Understood. They should have a perfect flight pattern right over there. Undisturbed. It'll just take a second for them to mill it down on the situation. OMP's gonna till tomorrow. Oh, thanks, Josh. That's what I thought. I thought it was like a limited time thing that they kind of just put out there from time to time. But I definitely like it. I probably find myself more excited for OMP events when those occur because of the rarity of what you can upgrade your base with, because it gives me more reassurance when I'm not playing it that it's being protected without having to, like, you know, buy a blaze blocker type situation. So, but it's cool. I like this game a lot. Yes, we won. But it's cool. I like this game a lot. Yes, we won. Finally, I gained my spot back. I finally have an inventory spot. Finally, I gained my spot back. I finally have an inventory spot. Let's see here. Do I want to risk it? You know what? I gotta test the integrity. What happens when it's on the last limbs? Let's see here. Oh snap! Look at that. Last limbs. But exciting stuff on the frontier of like Red Dead Redemption. I know they've been ironing out a lot of cool stuff on that for most people that do play RDR too. I like to stream that from time to time. I know a lot of my Facebook community likes me when I stream it. I love to try to stream it, but I don't get there all the time. I think it's time that I repair everything. I can't bear that anymore. It's like looking at something very bad. But they're worth it. My troops are worth it. Alright, so with that being said now, let's go ahead and get down to the last defensible points. I feel like there's going to be a ridiculous wave that comes in. There it is. Oh my. There was a backup wave. Damn. That rickety wrecked it. There was a backup wave. Damn. That rickety wrecked it. I don't know if I want to go for a defense right now. I feel like it's time to go hit the warfield. I don't know if I want to go for a defense right now. I feel like it's time to go hit the warfield. Alright, that should blow up their freaking fuel tanks. I was hoping that would have. Oh well. I was hoping that would have. Oh well. And they have a lot of supplies. This is pretty nice. And they have a lot of supplies. This is pretty nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack some fun times here. I don't want to keep on the offense right now since it seems like I can utilize a lot of these. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack some fun times here. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. This is good because it's giving my time of the repair on my base, so we can maybe get that last portion of like defense. Because I would like to think that we could probably take out those guys. They're not that much of baddies. They put on a big front. Okay, cool. The fuel reserves are perfectly hidden right over here. Oh, cool. Oh no. Time to get out. Bounce while I still got my troops. Destroyed their base well enough. Oh, cool. Cheers. One of the cool things too, if you are a streamer, they have a really cool, decent program that they had running for a second where they just promote the streamer. So now I can repair all my people. They can be cool. Or I can do this, which I think is really cool. I've been struggling with my inventory anyways. Maybe I can just upgrade it. There's so many possibilities that I can do here. But I think first things first, let's see if my base can handle. Level 20! Oh, I don't know. This is going to be hard to watch. There's so many possibilities that I can do. First things first, let's see if my base can handle. Oh, I don't know. This is going to be hard to watch. This is where it's going to get dicey. Having those backup turrets, though, are very useful. At least it was served as a distraction for a split second. Damn. We're only at 40%, 44%. My base is holding. That's really cool. But damn, son. They threw a full force attack at me. It would be really difficult to watch. My base is holding. Very possible that the 50% are gonna come out of nowhere. But damn, son. 39 now. Probably 80 after this, hopefully. Getting there. So slow and steady. They're trying to go with waves to wear me down. Almost there. Damn, okay, I'm losing some stuff. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. 9 more percent, we're out of this. Damn, okay, I'm losing some stuff. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. 9 more percent, we're out of this. The last 5% is taking so long. Just one measly tank. Oh, whoa, he actually blew up my freaking wall. They are really obsessed with trying to destroy my walls, though. Freaking wall. They are really obsessed with trying to destroy my walls, though. Yeah, that's kind of worth it. If I can do this right after, just destroy things. Damn, that turret saved my life. Nice. Nice. Almost there. Almost there. I can only imagine the acoustics inside of there with all this battling and inside of a cave. Oh no. That's not gonna afford well. Oh no. That's not gonna afford well. There we go. Well, at least it wasn't under the base attack. Could have been worse, right? There we go. And it memorized everything I destroyed anyways. Well, at least it wasn't under the base attack. Could have been worse, right? didn't memorize everything I destroyed anyways.
Moving to engage.
Oh, whoa. Hold on now. There we go. I was like, what's going on here? There we go. I was like, what's going on here? Oh, neat. That's just destruction. That fuel reserve and we're out. Okay, cool. That fuel reserve and we're out. Okay, cool. 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 Hmm. I don't know why I was doing that. That's so weird. Hopefully that works now. OBS got a new update, so it's been acting a little strange. I literally updated it right before I started the stream. I don't know why I was doing that. That's so weird. Hopefully that works now. OBS got a new update, so it's been acting a little strange. I literally updated it right before I started the stream. That's so strange. It's like freezing up, basically. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can fix this. Default. On all spells, just hit default. It's so strange. It's like freezing up, basically. Give me 1 second. If I can fix this. Alright, so let's go back to destroy and destruction. On all spells, just hit default. Huh. It keeps doing it on Facebook for the web browser. Interesting. Huh. It keeps doing it on Facebook for the web browser. Interesting. Okay, I think I have a way around this. Let's give me 1 second. Since that's being a punk. Okay, I think I have a way around this. Let's give me 1 second. So that's being a punk. I can just do it this way. Voila, done. Can't stop me now. I'm an educated streamer, damn it. I know what to do. It just sucks when you don't know what to do and you're in a mid-stream and you're just like, what the hell, man, this sucks. I'm glad that freaking Predator mentioned that, because I looked at that and I looked over again and I was like, what's going on here? The screen looks so weird. Facebook's been fine the whole damn time though. They're running through my bypass, so it's like that's fine. Go to them, destroy. Well, now that's working. I guess we can go back and showing off the Javelin since that's actually freaking working, you know? Alright, that should be good enough. Alright, that should be good enough. Interesting. I can destroy their lives. A little more. Spy. I think I can take them on. I just need a little bit more backup. Interesting. Destroy their lives. A little more. Spy. I think I can take them on. I just need a little bit more backup. Damn, that was pretty freaking powerful. Damn, that was pretty freaking powerful.
Target confirmed. Confirmed. Target 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 confirmed.
And that's all she wrote for that base. Yeah, because I kind of want to get down to some fun gameplay, because I feel like they're going to want to attack the base one more time. Yep, and I was correct. Oh my. Neat. Neat. I feel like the cave levels, even though they seem like they're the most daunting, they're kind of the most easiest, because like you have natural terrain you can kind of like hide behind and kind of allure them into it. You just gotta watch out for where their base defenses are. I feel confident to split them up like this and it'll be fine. Cool, I didn't even give them any chance to survive after that. Cool, I didn't even give them any chance to survive after that. Nice. Almost there. Almost there. Nice. Another underground bunker of destruction. Another underground bunker of destruction. They're really glitching out around that freaking rock. That's funny. Those the rocks look really cool from this angle, like huge stalagmites. Alright, we gotta go grab that hardware. I'm getting a really good, nice portion of supplies here. I'm really feeling confident that I might be able to get that upgrade before the end of the stream. Because all I need is like 2 million extra. Speed this up. Alright, the rest should be a wrap pretty much at this point. Alright, let's rinse and repeat here. Okay, so let's see what I can do real fast. Okay, so let's see what I can do real fast. Should destroy the rest of them. Alright, let's go ahead and send in the next wave. Should destroy the rest of them. Alright, let's go ahead and send in the next wave. Okay. Right now at this point in time, we're doing really great. Quite frankly, I thought we would have had a little bit more casualties than this. But I need to speed this up real quick because I think I might have ran out of my supplied men. And I got my depot, so let's go ahead and get off there. Before I lose anyone else, I don't really need to. But I need to speed this up real quick because I think I might have ran out of my supplied Perfect. And I got my depot, so let's go ahead and get off there. Before I lose anyone else, I don't really need to. Alright, I'll show you real fast. That's a great question. Nexus HD. Give me 1 second real fast. Let's scout this out. Alright, so let's go ahead and return to home. I should be able to, let's see here. Give me 1 second real fast. Let's scout this out. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's finish that up. Siphon these guys out. Siphon the new ones in. Let's finish that up. Siphon these guys guys out. All right.
Siphon.
Back, let's make it more interesting. All right. Back, let's make it more interesting. That was pretty cool. For that first defensible point, I didn't want them to get hurt because we were dealing with a lot really fast. So that's another reason why I don't like using R all the time, is because that was helicopters. Doom. Raccoon Doom, to be exact. Let's go ahead and grab those real quick. Alright, that should be pretty much donezo for that guy. Alright, that should be pretty much donezo for that. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we can't do to see if we can get like an attack on the base or something like that. Almost getting all these pretty much done. But the javelins are pretty cool. They have the shield. That's one of the reasons why I like them a lot. They're very easy to utilize. Almost getting all these pretty much done. But the javelins Oh, whoa, those turrets are crazy. Those look like some next level stuff right there. Okay, so I think I need to come over this way. If I come up and over, it should be perfect. Now it's all for the taking. that should be pretty much a wrap right after that. Their base is done. Their base is done. All right. Well, with that being said, let me go ahead and get these guys inside of there real quick. And let me go ahead and fatten the pots real quick. Like I mentioned at the very end, let's see here. You can go that way. You could buy gold. Yeah, you could. Or you can come attack my base. I very much openly and I suppose challenge people if they'd like to have some free supplies and all that other cool stuff. Besides doing all that fun stuff. You can see where I'm at. I'm right here. Map 600 seems like right now. You can get on that situation. You can definitely come over, check it out. I have a lot of hardware, a lot of that stuff, and do one more step farther. Go ahead and get some resources, and I'll just cap them out. That way, people when they come attack, see what's left. But with that being said, I do need to upgrade one thing though. They're not going to be completely full because I feel like I at least owe myself that. Oh, the weapons lab's busy. Oh, darn it. I guess I'll have to wait for that next time. I guess I'll have to see if my supplies last. Funnily enough. But that's where I'm going to end the stream. Everyone on Facebook, let's go ahead and see if we can't raid someone real fast. This has been really fun for as far as testing out the prototype. Definitely spend some more hours on this lovely game like later for sure. Like I'm gonna keep playing and like building up some more repertoire. But for all you fans of Battlehouse, I would stay tuned. They got a lot of cool stuff coming up. So who knows what they're going to have me test out next. But this has been enough for in one day or in one session. I'm getting hungry. My stomach's all grumbly. But I'll see you guys and gals in the near future. So who knows what they're going to have me test out next. But this has been enough. Now for as far as YouTube, thank you so much. I know this should definitely be catching up to you guys and gals right about now. But I'm going to go ahead and run an ad and I'll see you guys and gals in the near future as well. If you're new to the network, you can always subscribe. It's absolutely free. Helps me out as a creator. And you get a whole bunch of free cool content. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, like Justin Roiland and freaking Dan Harmon will get bored enough during this crap in order to finish season 4. You should totally subscribe to that because I would love that. But I'll see you guys and gals in the near future for more fun game related cool stuff with Battlehouse and other patch notes and other fun stuff. Alright everyone, later.